Hey friends, welcome back to Strinosoft Insights. Today we are diving into one of the most asked questions in cloud architecture. What is the difference between serverless and event-driven architecture? So these two concepts sound similar and are often used together. But they are not the same. Let's break down with a real-world AWS example you can relate to. What is serverless? Let's start with serverless. Serverless does not mean there are no servers, okay? It means that you don't manage them with services like AWS Lambda, and you just write your function and AWS take care of the provisioning, scaling, and maintenance in the background. So it auto scales the when traffic grows and you only pay for the time your code actually runs. And no idle cost, no infrastructure header. So this makes serverless perfect for microservices, APIs, and automation scripts. So what is event driven? Now let's talk about event driven architectures. In this model, your app component respond to the specific events. For example, when a user uploads a file to S3, and that event can trigger a function like resizing the image or processing data. So this pattern promotes decoupling. So where each part of your system reacts to event independently. So it's powerful for building scalable and loosely connected systems, so especially in the modern cloud native apps. And let me give you a real world AWS example. So imagine a user upload a photo to an S3 and S3 and uploaded to bucket. So that upload event trigger a Lambda, okay, and function to resize the image. So after processing, the Lambda might send a notification using SNS to alert that user that their photo is ready. So no servers, no manual wiring, just an event-based flow connecting everything together. So we will see in demo also. So that's the beauty of combining serverless and event-driven design. When to use serverless. So when you should go for serverless. So choose it when you want to build fast and deploy fast and forget about managing infrastructure. It's like it's ideal for a small services, API, schedule jobs, and automated tasks. So with serverless, you focus entirely on your logic, and AWS take care of the rest. So it's also great for cost saving, especially in a workload with a variable uses. On the other hand, use event-driven architecture when your application is reactive and meaning it depends on things happening like file upload, okay, and a message sent or a sensor message, sensor trigger. So it signs in use cases like IoT, data, and pipeline, okay. So notification and streaming system. So event-driven apps are easier to scale and maintain because each part listen and reacts only when needed. So serverless versus event-driven comparison table. So let's compare these two side by side. Serverless is about to managing infrastructure. You write code, deploy, and go. Okay. So first is code, deploy, and go. Event-driven is about how different components communicate using events. Serverless gives you auto-scaling. and minimal cost, while event-driven gives you flexibility and modularity. So together they are a match made for cloud native apps. So it depends on your use case, what you are going to use, how you gonna execute them. Okay. So that's it. Now you know how serverless and event-driven architecture differ and how they often work together. If you are building a modern cloud app, chances are you will be using both. Let me know in the comments. So, do you prefer building serverless APIs or working with event-driven flows? So, and if you learn something new, give this video a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. This is Shanos of Insights, and I'll see you in the next one.